I guess it's mine now. We got a Dodge. That's a Dodge. I love this thing. That's all I'm gonna say is it's a Dodge. We got the overdrive kicked in, overdrive fifth, running 55 to 60 at just above 1,000 RPMs. And we're cruising home through the back roads. And besides, who doesn't love a truck that their 3-year-old daughter loves as well? Are you driving?
Yeah.
The moment I found this 93 factory 5-speed first gen Cummins, I knew I had to have it. The fact that it was 2-wheel drive didn't scare me at all because I knew that I could change that. And in this video, you'll see swapping this thing to 4-wheel drive, building it to one of my dream trucks that I've always wanted. So I sought out and found a factory 4-wheel drive rolling chassis that I brought home a few days later. Got a W250 front axle. It happened to come with a whole frame. So we got the steering box, all the steering, the leaf springs, which we probably won't use, everything we need to swap the 2-wheel drive Dodge. We're gonna go tear this thing apart. Hopefully we can get the axle off and all the suspension and brackets that we need. Tell you what, it really pays off to have someone like this guy build this so we can lift stuff off of trailers. And he does the work for you. I like that. We are stacked up on the cutoff wheels. So I think our plan of attack here is to grind all the rivets and the bolts that look like they're not gonna spin and just save any bracket we possibly can. I'm gonna need this, we need the leaf spring brackets, and then steering. So shouldn't be too bad. Almost there. We got a frame on the trailer, an axle on the ground. This stuff is ready to go under the red truck. With the axle out of the donor truck, it was time to pick up some upgraded steering parts from far from stock. This is a crossover steering kit that just works a lot better on the 4-wheel drive trucks, along with rebuilding the entire Dana 60 front axle to make everything brand new in the front end. Well boys, we got the new seal in the mail today and new bushings to go in. I already put the seal in, so let's get it. Guys, finally got the diff cover installed. Granted, I did not have a gasket, so I didn't use one. So hopefully I remember to put one in there before I put fluid in this thing. Although, this thing, the far from stock diff cover in wrinkle black with the crossover steering, the Bilstein 5100 shock on there, just looks amazing, and it is making me so anxious to get it in this thing. So stay tuned. Once the axle was ready to go, it was time to tear apart the two-wheel drive first-gen Cummins. This kind of broke my heart, but I knew it was the right thing to do and it was going to look nasty. The two-wheel drive engine crossmember held all the suspension in as well, so all of that needed to go. I needed to hold up the engine with an engine hoist and then replace it with the four-wheel drive crossmember and then add the leaf spring mounts and the shock mounts. I'm already liking the way this thing is sitting, even though it's only on jack stands and there's no suspension in the front. Just lift it up a little bit more than it was two-wheel drive, looks so much better. Finally done with taking parts off of the truck, and we're getting to the best part of building anything, which is putting it all back together. So the four-wheel drive crossmember is in with a lot of persuasion using big hammers and ratchet straps. It's the next day, we got the Dodge sitting on our own weight. So the jack stands are under there because there's only a couple lug nuts on there. But everything is together. One thing I need to do is find a 9/16 tap for that stud, because that is not all the way on there. The threads are kind of corroded and I don't want to snap the stud. That'd be the worst thing to do with the axle under the truck, have to drill that out and re-tap, and no way. That right there is much better than the two-wheel drive look, in my opinion. It's a little bit squatted. We'll raise up the rear a couple inches. Man, that looks so much better already. look like?
Let's get up!
That's a Dodge, ain't it? Subscribe for more.